Hey everybody, how are we doing? I'm Connor Shaw. Before anything, Gibbaz and BBK Wolf both subscribed. You got 17 months, Gibbaz, and Wolf, you have 23 months, 1 month to go. Holy shit, thank you both so much. I'm in good spirits. I'm in pretty damn good spirits. Hey Dolph, no worries, you can't stay long. Okay, so anyone watching this VOD in the future, or just not in the loop about what's going on, I guess I'll tell the story from scratch. I'll just let the music fade out for a second. Hey, just getting all the positive music I got on my playlist. I intend to add more to my playlist soon. I want to get some cross sneak music in here. But where is IRL scene? I haven't used this in a hot moment. There we go. Hey everybody. Okay, so you woke up 2 hours after your alarm. I've done that a lot. I found out after a while it was because my alarm volume is at 1% somehow. I think I accidentally did that at some point. But okay, so here's what happened. Obviously, as much as people joke about channel dead, since you left the video game, no one watches your stuff anymore. Obviously, all of you are still here, and my videos, while they don't get as many views as they did before, occasionally I still get one that takes off. Like recently, the Risk of Rain 2 video that has gotten quite a bit of attention. And every now and again, I'll get like a Metal Gear Survive video that just like goes way beyond the scope of my channel. And the point I'm trying to make here is that while YouTube was a viable full-time career for me originally, it isn't as much anymore, because I'm just not getting as many views, not making as much money consistently, and also a lot of the things that I'm making videos about are things I have to invest money into. Like, if I want to review a new game that's coming out that I don't have a key for, I have to buy it. And there are sources to get keys, which I have looked into and am actively looking into. Oh, Steam Condenser, hey, thank you! You know what I'm talking about, probably. About YouTube woes. Thank you very kindly. 15 months in a row. Hey, Seabass! You've heard multiple times that Twitch gives far more money than YouTube. Is that true? That depends, Amy. That depends on your relative size. If you are the same size creator on Twitch that you are on YouTube, generally speaking, yes, Twitch will pay more. But YouTube is passive income, where you post a video and then it gets ads keep playing on. I'm still making money off of my old payday videos even now. But assuming if you're at the same level on both platforms, like you have 100,000 followers on Twitch and 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, then yeah, you're gonna get more money from Twitch on average. They take half of sub money up front. But you are also told that very bluntly going in, and there are direct ways of giving money creators like cheering and donating. Why worry about YouTube at this point? Is it a major source of income? It's my major source of income. Yes, it's where the majority of my income comes from. So, and also I like making YouTube videos. It just is a bit of a process. No worries, Layla. Welcome aboard. But the point being that I don't consistently make enough to survive comfortably as I did before. I have to plan out money a little bit with my roommates, especially when it comes to expensive purchases. So recently I had a root canal on my tooth back here. I currently have a temporary inset in molar down here, just a resin crown that is going to be replaced. It was originally going to be replaced tomorrow, but because of money, because it cost. Okay, so quick rundown. My dental insurance is under my family, and it is only properly usable, like, just up front in the state of Maine. We had to do some roundabout shit to actually get it to work here, and it's more expensive to use in other states other than Maine. Also, Dill, thank you all. Wish I had a PayPal account to help. It's okay, Dill, no worries, honestly. It's lagging out a bit, it's just me. I don't see it lagging on my end. Thank you so much for 10 months, goddamn. So my root canal is getting a tooth pulled and replaced with a porcelain inset. 17 months. These numbers are I don't want to reach a point in content creation where those numbers start to be whatever to me, because 17 months is a lot of time. Holy shit, Dill. Holy shit. 1,000 bits from Dill. Also, I have 1,000 bits. Okay. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Hang on, let me quickly. Thank you for the fireball, Dill. I'm not supposed to drink, but thank you anyways. Connor, just take our money. Let me get to talking about this. So, the point being, my root canal is expensive. It was $800 after insurance. I paid $400 up front for the first half of the procedure, where they pull out the tooth and put in a temporary one. And then while they're effectively 3D printing a new tooth for me, I have to wait for them to be done before I go back. And I'm going back on the 22nd after I get paid by YouTube to get this changed out, to get this changed with the permanent inset. And I need to pay another $400 while I'm there. But the point being that I dropped $400. Oh my goodness. Okay, Dolph also gifted a subscription to Luceria. Thank you. This is too many things at once. Oh god, I love you all. Thank you. So, okay, I'll freely admit, my parents directly helped out a lot because shit's expensive. I have bills to worry about, food. I had other medical bills as well, and my root canal. All of those happened. And I know it ain't much, but I hope it helps. And every little bit honestly helps. Every single bit helps. Thank you, Ink. I do appreciate it. That's your fourth gifted. Oh, the fourth sub that you've received with gifted. So my parents are absolutely fantastic. I love them very much. They're better off than I am financially, but they're still not in the greatest of straits. So I also help them back whenever I can. And hang on, I just need a little caffeine. The point of this being that I'm never gonna get to my point because y'all are too nice. Manilian with another 400 bits. Thank you. Oh shit, thank you so goddamn much. Where the fuck was I? Okay. Fucking. Yeah, the money that would have gone to rent. Rent for me is $520. The money that would have gone to rent went to medical bills. That's the whole point I'm trying to make here. Now, it didn't end up being as bad as I thought because of people like you, and especially people like Scholar of the Abyss, which we will get to in a moment, who directly donated the amount I needed to pay off my medical bills for my blood tests that determined I had and then have been cured of stomach infection. And all I had were 7 cents in my PayPal. It fucking helps, honestly. Stone cold. Stone cold. Thank you, chat. So the point of this is that the money I had for rent went to other things, even with help, because I don't make a lot of money. I have bills to pay. The money I had for rent went to other things. So we were going to have rent covered by other means, which I won't get into specifically. There were other ways that we were going to be able to pay rent in time, other places we were going to be able to pull money from. And then I found out the day before yesterday, that would have been the 6th, or no, the 7th, sorry. That would have been the 7th, that it was not happening, that it was going to fall through, that rent was just not going to be paid. And I had no idea what to do. If you saw me tweet out just the word fuck a couple nights ago, that was when I had realized that we're doomed. Because I told the landlord before the first of the month, when rent is due, that we're going to be late on rent. We'll bite the bullet and pay the late fee. We're going to pay you on the 4th. That didn't come to fruition. So I told her again, hey, something came up, not going to be able to pay you on the 4th. So instead, we're going to pay you on the 7th. Got to that point. That didn't come up. So I went to her and said, look, I don't want to just keep giving you dates. What's going to happen if we're just keep being late on rent? We will pay it by the end of the month, guaranteed, but what's going to happen? And she told me that she was writing up eviction notices as of tomorrow, and we would receive one because we had been late on rent in the past, and they weren't going to be lenient with us. So I went back home and was like, okay, I'm going to pull in every favor I have. I'm going to call friends and family, see if there's any goddamn way that I can make up. I had $200, and I needed, because we had been so late at that point, another 400-ish? Yes. It ended up being a little less than that. I'll get to that in a moment. I had $200 in cash. And oh, shit. You didn't make much money, but you don't make much money, but I make a decent amount, so it's yours now. I love you, I love you, I love you. You're not allowed to get evicted. I need the high quality pick. Shit, all of you, come on. Oh my god. Okay. Thank you very much for the 1,500 bits. Where the fuck was I? So I tried setting up, because I'd seen people do this in the past. I wasn't really sure how to do it. I'd never done it before because I don't like begging for money. I hate asking people for money. It's always been a big thing in my life that I don't like asking people for money. growing up, we were very poor and very reliant on others for a semblance of financial stability, and more importantly, being able to actually just make it through life in general. We were very reliant on friends and extended family to give us support, give us things they were able to do, and we paid them back as much as we could. Also, yeah, that's a good point, by the way. I don't want to get into too specifics, but we supposedly we would have been okay until the 15th, but they just said no. Even though that's what we signed on our lease, is that we were going to be okay until the 15th and to pay rent, which is why I was panicking, but not too panicked. It builds up a late fee every day that you are late. But I was thinking, okay, whatever, we'll just pay however much it costs. We'll have money soon. But we were getting an eviction notice a week early. But again, it was apparently because we have been late in the past, so they weren't going to be lenient with us, even though that's literally your policy. But God, I was too despairing to even care about the details of it at the time. But the more I think about it now, the more it annoys me. Like, we have been in this apartment for 2 years. We had been in this apartment for 2 years, and they were willing to just go, nope, sorry. Apparently, so okay, get this. This is a little side tangent. Apparently, it's a good thing we didn't pay rent on time, because on the first, there was a different person collecting rent than the landlord. Like, as in they were just at the office, and the first is when everyone pays rent. And apparently, they said, like, oh no, yeah, just drop off the rent here. And then they took the checks and the money orders for rent because you can't pay in cash. And then they just disappeared off the face of the earth. And nobody knows where they are now. This person, this mystery person, just apparated, de-apparated, just vanished. Amy donated $1. It's not much, but it ain't much, but it's honest work. Thank you. Yeah, they don't own the property. If a landlord who owns property at least has that value, but this is just someone who works here and collects rent and then tells us when things are going wrong and that we need to fix them. It's really dumb. But yeah, so the reason we knew that is because we got a notice in our door a couple days ago that says you are late on rent. It will be considered seriously delinquent if you do not pay it by the 5th, which, by the way, was a Saturday, so that's kind of wild. But anyways, I went outside afterwards and saw in every single door around the complex just like more and more and more notices, more and more slips in doors. And it seemed like literally almost every single door in the apartment complex had a late rent notice. I started talking to some of my neighbors, and several of them said, no, we paid rent. It was a different person, but we paid rent. So, yeah, I do have to wonder if you're writing up late rent notices for every single apartment in your complex, you have to at some point go, surely something's wrong here. So... It all worked out for us, at least, but I'm worried about my neighbors. What sucks is if I had better control over it, I'll get to that in a second, Dale. If I had better control over it, I would say that we should move to another apartment complex. But one, this place is pretty cheap. And two, we have a lot of neighbors here that we actually really like and like hanging out with. And I don't really want to leave them because they're really cool. It's like the first time I've ever had cool neighbors that I actually like actively want to get to know more. But I don't understand. Yeah, that's the problem, Dill. I don't understand because they don't accept rent in cash. They only accept it in checks and money orders, which are made out to the apartment complex. So I have no idea how that works. I have no idea how one could do that. But anyways, what was I saying? Okay, so backtrack a bit. Oh yeah, I came in and tried to make a PayPal.me link, and it's so I fucked up the tweet 3 times trying to tweet it. The first time I accidentally, because once you create a PayPal.me page, it has a link on screen that is your link for your PayPal.me, which is a link people can just go to directly donate money. And I right-clicked it and clicked copy link like a sane person would do, and then pasted it into the end of the tweet, only to find out that actually just links to your PayPal.me account, as in like the users, because it links to PayPal.me/profile, which goes to your profile. So that link doesn't actually do what it says it does, which is fun. So the second time I tried copying the link directly, and it was a dead link. It didn't work, and it just linked to the PayPal homepage. Dolph, thank you very much for stopping by. Take it easy. See ya. And yeah, you can turn in a lot of places you can turn cash or checks into cash rather. Like at Walmart, for instance, you can turn a check into cash, and there's a small fee for it. If you're working paycheck to paycheck and you don't have direct deposit, it's a very inefficient way of getting your money, because you're gonna lose a lot every time. Watching the Terminator right now, fuck yeah! Welcome aboard, Sydney. But anyways, so after fucking up 3 times, I finally got the PayPal.me link out there, and my mom called me as I was finishing up that tweet and was like, hey, I heard what's going on, we're gonna see what we can do to help. And I got a notification saying, you got money on PayPal, and I was like, oh, hang on, someone sent me money. And I went to my PayPal and saw that I had $700. So I'm gonna quickly open up the I gotta be sure I don't accidentally show this in the reflection of my glasses. I'm gonna quickly open up. I need my phone too. My PayPal account so I can. No, actually, this won't work. I can't do that because it says people's real names, not their usernames, and I don't want to call it anyone's real names. So yeah, but a lot of you donated a lot of money. I want to specifically shout out, God, there's a lot of people. We'll start with the obvious. Scholar of the Abyss, who donated $400, the exact amount I needed. Fucking hell. That made me almost a little sick to my stomach because I was so worried about them. I DM'd them like, are you sure? Are you absolutely sure? And they said, yes, absolutely. I don't know what kind of job you work. I don't know what kind of life you're living, but if you are sure, then okay. Holy shit, thank you. Dottie Krister donated $100, and that also made the difference to be able to pay for some other bills, which I very much appreciate. And you've both been massive staples of this channel for such a long time now, and pillars of my financial stability, or lack thereof. But thank you so much. I also want to call out Cloud Dasher, the YouTuber, who donated $50 Australian, which I don't know what that converts to. It just said it kept saying $50 Australian by PayPal account, and I couldn't be bothered to look up the math. And a lot of you donated smaller amounts of money. If there's anyone else who did, again, it shows real names on PayPal, which I will not say out loud for obvious reasons. So yeah. You donated $33? Oh, that's $33. I see, yeah. But, okay, so that immediately turned things around. I sprinted back to the landlord and went, hey, it's okay, we're gonna pay. Go ahead and say my real name if you can. That's up to you, but I'm not gonna just like say it outright. You can feel free to tell people yourself, but just in case. PayPal still has your dead name, sadly. That's another reason I don't say anyone's names. I don't even really pay attention to them that much. But like the only reason I knew Krister and I knew Scholar is because I recognized their names from having donated large amounts frequently so much. You crazy friends. Yeah, oh yeah, PayPal dead names are an entire thing. I'm not gonna get into the specifics of it, but I've heard from a lot of people that getting your name changed on PayPal is infuriating. No matter how much proof you have of your legal name change, it is fucking infuriating to get it changed. Again, I don't pay attention. I don't pay attention to the real names. Oh god, I have to pronounce your last name. I'm gonna horribly offend you. I apologize. Krister Reeve Ereskil? What is the accent over the A change that pronunciation to? Ereskil? Ereskil? It's okay, Al, no worries. No, Dill, it's totally okay. Did you know I donated? It's funny, I was actually able to tell because of your message. At least I'm pretty sure that was you. Again, it's hard to connect. I don't want to try connecting the real names to the usernames because I understand that makes people uncomfortable. Can't really do anything about that on PayPal because PayPal's fun. But, yeah. That changed my life in an instant. Changed my attitude in an instant. So I sprinted to the landlord, told her, hey, we got money. We're gonna get a money order right now. We're gonna pay rent. We went to the bank, withdrew money, came back. Thank you, PayPal, for having instant transfer, by the way. That's fucking saved my ass. Came back and got all that sorted. Went to therapy. It was a very different experience than I was expecting it to be. I actually wanted to talk about that for a hot moment. I've mentioned this briefly before, but I don't know if I've really gotten to the specifics. Did you recognize the name? I actually did, Square, yes. PayPal is instant transfer, yes. To credit cards, I believe. Or to debit cards, rather. I think it's to... I'm not sure how the specifics of that work, actually. But anyways, it's weird to say diagnosed with it, but I've been more officially now informed that I have severe autism, like high functioning, but also high on the higher end of the spectrum, which is an interesting thing to learn when you're in your 20s. And I'm gonna get the specifics about if I have like a certain condition on the spectrum or what, because for a while, as in for most of my life, I was told I had sensory processing disorder, which doesn't really exist on its own anymore because it's all kind of been pulled into the spectrum of autism, which some of that I disagree with, but other bits of it I kind of get, and SPD I kind of get, because a lot of the symptoms of it are like a sensitivity to loud noises, flashing lights, bright lights, crowds. Those are all things that are also autism. How the fuck do you diagnose it? You take tests, personality tests, and they take a lot of them because they need to corroborate each other. And usually it would be a test taker observing a child and taking it for them, or interviewing the parents of that child and taking it for them. Sorry, hang on. But who decides if answer X is a sign for autism? I don't know. There's a grading scale for it, but you remember getting diagnosed? You had to take a ridiculous amount of tests, which was so fun. I was diagnosed with autism when I was a kid, and then afterwards I was more specifically told, no, I don't have autism. You instead have sensory processing disorder, which is now understood to just be a facet of autism. So a lot of the other things in my life that weren't necessarily parts of sensory processing disorder, but still you're not great. Oh, Alicia, what's up? Kind of a shit emotional day. I'm sorry to hear that. But what was I? Yeah, just how quick I am to anxiety and to panic, how vehement my emotions can be, how volatile even my emotions can be. All of those were things we just had to chalk up to. All those were things we just had to chalk up to, that's just how I am. Yeah, I was gonna ask about that soon. I just want to draw attention to it, but whatever. I thank you both. So the point being, I don't know if I really want to get into this. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna get into specifics because I think of Twitch rules. But I think it's only fair that I open up about it, because if there's people who have... One of the things that I am really, really glad to have as part of my platform that I've incidentally created here, that I did not expect to have when I first started posting YouTube videos regularly, was creating a community where a lot of people who have been marginalized, a lot of LGBT people, can feel safe and come together and talk. And I don't want to just, I don't want to put a limiter on that, obviously. Anyone who feels like they've been shunned in one way or another, or outcast in one way or another, or just people who want a nice place to be, anyone. I want you to be able to find a place in my community. And there's, I'm not a fan of when servers, Discord servers specifically, have rules don't bring your negativity, keep the vibes light. Because I get what they're trying to do. They don't want people coming in and being aggressive and mean. I understand that. But it's also, I think, a little harmful to try and have a nice place for people to come and talk. And actually be able to voice their concerns and their problems. Hey, Ink, Wolf, thank you both very much. Oh, goodness. One of the sweetest, most wholesome community. Oh, man. So I want people to actually be able to talk about these things. There are certain guidelines that have to be maintained for both the sake of Discord terms of service and Twitch terms of service, and just generally still trying to remind people that there's good in life. So I don't like to intentionally create negativity or negative vibes by saying things that are downers, basically saying things that are bummers. And this is all leading up to me saying that I have and Oh god, I just realized if members of my family are watching. I had and have an issue of self-harm. There'll be times when I get in a very bad mental state, and I will panic and I will hurt myself. And I don't want to get into specifics about it because, again, Twitch Terms of Service is a big thing I'm trying to follow here. This is not me advocating for this, obviously not. This is not me promoting it as a concept, completely not. I'm vehemently against the idea of it. Oh gosh, Layla. For a second I thought you said you've made me one of the happiest and proudest moms, and I was really confused. Sam, no worries, bud. Take it easy. So this is me saying that if you are someone, again, it's better we talk about this in Discord, not in Twitch, because, again, terms of service, but if you are someone who suffers the same issue of taking out pent-up aggression or anxiety on yourself like I do, then I want you to know that you are able to talk about it. Try not to talk about it in a way that sounds like promotion or advocacy, because it's a horrible thing in my Discord. And what I'm trying to say here is that one of the things that's happening soon is I'm going to be getting a prescription for a medication that is a take-as-needed medication. I won't be on it 24/7 to calm me down during those states. And which would hopefully lead to a better life. But this is where a lot of my like stress financially and in my life and my what's the word I'm looking for? Just like my general mental state. This is where a lot of it has been going, is into a very bad negative way of releasing that. Shit. Okay, it's a little concerning when you start a message with "Where do you live?" I'm gonna come and hug you and tell you it'll all be okay. I love you so much. Still, thank you. I want to do fan meetups at some point. I want to like go to cons at some point. It has to be something that's easily accessible from the Midwest. But I want to go to cons at some point when I have more money and more traveling ability. I want to actually be able to see people in real life. That would be so cool. Thank you so much. Gosh. You can only say positive things about talking problems in Discord. People have been so incredibly helpful in Discord. It's insane. Your community is basically all European. That is a good point. It's because of the time I stream, and the kind of people that are here. And most of it is European. So yeah, I need to get my passport at some point. Yeah, exactly, OnePlus. Again, it's something better to talk about in the Discord rather than here. Not because I don't want to talk about it, but because there are certain, I keep saying this, but there are certain rules that you have to follow on Twitch. I don't want to be banned over wanting to talk about serious problems like this. And yeah, yeah, this was an excellent song. Like this song genuinely stood out a lot to me. But I'm not gonna get into the specifics of it for obvious reasons, but it is a very serious problem I have been dealing with myself, and it's hard for me to talk about it without getting upset with myself over it, because it's something that I theoretically have complete control over, the ability to not hurt myself, and it's aggravating that I sometimes lose that control. Having control over my actions is a very important thing for me. But this is I should probably call the stream soon, because I've pretty much said all I want to say, and I think we'll do a longer stream tomorrow. Maybe we'll go a little longer. But you can relate, honestly. You can talk about it in the Discord too. Everyone here wants the best for you. Yesterday was extremely reaffirming to me. Yesterday was extremely reaffirming to me that that you all genuinely care about my well-being beyond the scope of me making content. Because that's something like a lot of the Payday people, for instance. Like, I'm not gonna say that the entire community is like this, but there are a lot of people who only care about creators to the extent of the content that they make. And it's just really reassuring to remember that people care about the person behind it as well. That's good. I really hope it helps. It's not easy to deal with those types of feelings and emotions. Remember, there's always going to be people who care about you. Even if it seems bleak, it'll get better. Yes, please hand it to me. I do need a cat right now. I'm gonna call the stream soon. I need to.
You have a very sleepy boy.
Was he asleep?
Oh yes.
Here, everyone.
But he wakes me up in the middle of the night, so I can fucking deal with it.
Oh, he's just gonna fall asleep with my arms, I guarantee you.
Yeah, most likely.
This is Jungo. Yes.
This is Idiot Child.
I love him. Oh yeah, his new thing recently has been cuddling around our Keurig, around our coffee machine, like in a spiral around it, like a minx. What is it called? A boa thing. You know what I mean?
Other boa?
Yeah. Oh goodness. Oh, he's purring a lot now. But yeah, that pretty much said all my piece. I don't know if I've said it directly here, but thank you all very much for watching. Here, you can take him now. He's getting antsy.
Yeah. Give me the trash child.
Thank you, trash child. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you all so much for yesterday for donating. I intend to make it up to everyone. I intend to. Yeah, bring him into frame slightly. Here, fine. I'll just put him in my lap. I intend to
Yeah, let him rest.
Oh, I don't know if this is what he wants. Oh no, there we go. Yay.
Maybe he doesn't want rest.
I intend to do an art giveaway soon. For the community, just like give away like what one person will win the ability to get a drawing from me of just like a commission from me, basically. I'll figure out the details soon. Connor, you've helped me more than you think. Thank you for what you do. Mario, thank you. You're honestly the only streamer I watch for a whole lot of reasons. High quality gay content, cute face, funny. Oh, also 20 months from Drago. Goodness, you all are insane. You're breathtaking. Thank you all so much. Yeah, the chats are manageable. Like, you can actually feel like a part of the community when talking in these chats. I wouldn't mind having bigger chats, but as long as it was still at a level that could be maintained, if you feel me. But I'll talk more about these things on Twitter and on Discord as I have more details about how I can make it back to you. Just know a new video is coming. I'm working on a review right now that will be out in a couple days. A new I have a couple of other videos in the pipeline, reviews and non-reviews alike, and I'm gonna do my best to make this investment that you all seem to have put in me matter. So thank you all so much for watching and coming by. Amy, thank you for creating this community on Discord. I was on before people were not all positive. constantly had fights. It was very bad afterwards. But on your Discord, people are so positive and great. I try to keep it that way. I do my best to. And you all seem to maintain it. But everybody have a good day, everyone, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another stream. I love you all. Take it easy.